Robin.
Oh, this is for Penn Jilette. This rules. You don't have headphones on.
I will put them on.
We should have been playing this during the storytelling, but here it is for you.
I can imagine.
All right, let me reset here. Tom Papa in studio for Jim Norton, just killing it today. He's going to be at Hilarities in Cleveland. And then we got Penn Jilette, who's also just killing with his stories. And he's, I guess, sort of promoting the book, right? Even though you don't need promotion anymore, sir.
Well, I always need you.
Aww. The book is called God Knows, Signs You May Already Be an Atheist and Other Magical Tales. And E-Rock reminded me in the hallway, the David Blane stuff. I applaud you.
Well, thank you.
I do not like David Blane, and I'll tell you, it's very, very simple with me. A lot of the shit he does... I've been in radio since I was 18. They're old morning zoo radio tricks.
Sure. I'm going to be in a box under Times Square with no disco. No disco here. No.
I could have been David Blane. When I was working in Buffalo, I was offered, and I was too scared, I'll be honest, to be buried alive. And I was also offered the being frozen in a block of ice trick.
Sure.
Those are morning zoo fucking bits. And then the mainstream media, I'm like, you don't know that this shit has been done for decades by some loser in Des Moines, Iowa, trying to get some ratings?
I've said that many times. He's just doing morning radio stuff. The other thing that amazes me is
that's all it was.
I didn't know that.
You start out doing card tricks. And then all of a sudden try to claim you have superpowers.
Superpowers.
Yeah. Now I can hold my breath longer than anybody in the world. But you were doing card tricks. No. Now I'm an endurance artist. I'm not a magician. But you were doing card tricks. Shut up. I now have shut up. I have special powers now.
When does that happen?
Now I cock my eyebrow. You know what it runs out? When you realize that practicing card tricks is really, really hard and sitting in a box with your own shit, not that tough.
No. And the block of ice is easy, too, because there's enough space between you and the ice, so you're actually kind of warm in there, Tom Papa. The biggest part is you get a little cramp in your calves because you're standing the whole fucking time.
Do you actually stay in there?
The hardest part is keeping the ice frozen.
Right.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, because then your body heat is kind of melting it away.
But I mean,
you're not suffering there. You're standing a lot.
When he first did that in Times Square, standing is hard. When he first did that as a thing, I said, didn't anybody study igloos in grade school?
Right. The people lived in them, stayed warm in them.
No, to the north. When I was in third grade, your teacher said to you, it would seem like it would be impossible to live in a house of ice. But with insulation, the actual snow and ice act as insulation, and you can be warm inside.
Right.
And every third grader goes, oh, yeah, I get that.
That makes
sense. And then
sense.
all of a sudden, the Today Show has forgotten this. He's in a block of ice. He's freezing his fucking nuts off. It's igloos.
How long did he stay in there?
I don't know, 10 minutes. I don't know.
I don't know. A couple days, maybe.
Didn't he do somewhere he was for a couple days or something?
He did a thing in England.
Well, that in your book is great.
Where he was in a
about
box not eating for 2 months.
Right.
And the greatest thing about that is that Paul McCartney, the cute Beatle, came up.
The nice Beatle.
To see him. The nice Beatle.
Yes.
Came up and said, I'm here to see the cunt in the box. Now, of course, that word is a different connotation in England. But still, can you imagine if the cute Beatles said that about me, I'd be so thrilled. I called up David and said, congratulations.
I'll tell you what he is. He's the cute Beatle, the nice Beatle, and the stupidest Beatle because he's getting remarried again this weekend.
Wow.
Why would you do that after the last one?
He's
took
a lover.
half a fucking billion or whatever.
Because that's how much he's got.
Yeah.
You think it just doesn't...
Big deal.
Good point, then.
How does David Blane levitate?
Did you watch it or did you just hear about it?
I saw it in the late night. Remember he had the late night infomercial kind of thing.
The infomercial thing, yeah.
Is it a fake leg, that one with the fucking...
No, it's so much simpler than that. But David Blane revolutionized. I mean, the best magic special done in the history of American television is David Blane's Street Magic. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing. We can make fun of him all we want.
I like that.
But that was an amazing special. Because he got this incredible idea. And the incredible idea was, why don't we show the people being amazed?
Right.
Every other person had done these cameras in the audience on stage, and they hadn't really shown going out to people. And he really did that. And the tricks he did, it's kind of like being a musician and listening to Louie Louie, you're very tempted to say, well, that's really easy to play. But the fact is, the people are dancing their asses off.
Yeah.
And the David Blane tricks weren't that hard, but who cares? He killed with them. He brought people this huge amount of joy. It was a fabulous. I mean, if you ask me, and we remember, Penn and Teller have done several magic specials. If you ask me what I think the best one is, I say David Blane. You know, we're lucky to come in third or fourth on that.
Right.
He just killed it. And that means, I'm talking about all magic specials since the beginning of TV.
Wow.
David Blane did the best one.
Well,
For the reactions.
What's the problem with him? Because it seems like he could come up with something cooler.
Yeah, you know, it's hard. It's just hard to do. Magic is hard. I don't know why I'm quoting Teller so much this morning, but I'll try to say something besides
magic is hard?
Besides rabbit murderer. You know, as Teller's fond of saying, in magic, every time you want to write a new song, you have to invent the instrument.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Hey.
You know, and musicians, they play different songs on the guitar. Once you've built that box that turns you into a tiger, if you now want to vanish an elephant, you got to build a whole different box.
Right.
And you got to invent how that box works. You got to do all that stuff.
Right.
So magic is really slow, which makes it a wonderful entertainment for live,
Yeah.
but really hard for TV.
How long does it take when you come up with a new trick where all the other magicians figure it out?
It depends on the trick. You know, our bullet catch, you know, the close of our show
Yeah.
in Vegas. I would say, if I was bullshitting, that nobody but us and our crew knows, but that's really not true. Probably 5-6 other people who are smart enough figured it out.
It's that damn initialing of,
It took us
the bullet
We
and
worked
the
on that
casing.
2 years every day. And that was 2 years every day once somebody had come to us with the piece of information that we thought made it a good trick. I mean, it's really, there's this trick we're working on now where we want to dress a cow up as an elephant and then do this whole Siegfried and Roy, we are conservationists. We have the very rare pygmy spotted elephant from the savannas of Africa. We're going to bring him out. We got this suit for a cow that makes it look like an elephant with a feed bag on it that has then the trunk that comes off that's washed, you know, dryer hose that Teller then manipulates with a string to make the snout move. And we want to do this really, really stupid trick of bringing a cow on stage dressed as an elephant and claiming absolutely it's an elephant. And then surrounded by the audience, vanish it like that.
Wow.
So that people have to say, this is really stupid. How the fuck did they do that?
Yeah, how did they do that? Right.
It came about because Teller and I were talking, and we said, we really should do a big animal vanish, but everything you do with big animals is cheesy. We're not going to do tigers. We're not going to do elephants. That's all hack shit. What are we going to do? We said, everybody knows cows are big and stupid. So, of course, I identify being big and stupid myself. You know, cows are much harder to handle than tigers. They're much harder to handle than elephants because they have the processing power of a 1992 watch. You know, they really don't know. They don't really know very much. So we've been working on this fucking trick for 4 years.
Wow.
And we have put in now, I just got the latest bill, we've now put in $120,000. And we have driven out to farms. We have our cow suit. We're out there going through cow shit, building, you know, mirror platforms around a living cow and talking to the guy and going, how much for you to be there every night with a cow and show up in your trailer and it's going to be this cow and how much can you train the cow? Can you make sure the cow won't run into the audience without us hobbling the cow because the audience can't think the cow's being mistreated?
Give him a shot.
Paralyze the cow.
So it takes us forever, and we think that when we get it done, we think we will fool people. You know, what we like to do is really stupid ideas that when you see them blow your mind.
Then you're amazed. I know. That's what we love about you guys.
But I don't like the stuff that you billboard it as a big, huge thing,
right?
And then do it. Who gives a fuck? But I like to come in under it. You know,
it's cheesy.
They've got a cow on stage. Who cares? Those dipshits got to. Where'd it go? Where'd that fucking cow go? What do those dipshits do with a cow? That's what I want.
Right.
I want you to get home and go, boy, that cow bitch sure was
Yeah, but where to go?
But Penn, take me into your head for a second. So you work on a trick. You're saying this one's up to 4 years, a couple of years for some of these tricks, right?
Yeah.
Now you're going to try for the first time in front of a live audience. Are you shitting your pants at that point?
It's terrifying. And the other thing is that magic is binary. You know, if you're working on a comedy routine, it can be pretty good. You know, you can say, Jesus, in that whole bit, 5 bits didn't really land, but 10 of those jokes really landed. I'm golden. You know, you can do a thriller. You can do a slasher film. We got 3 good murders. 4 of them look stupid. We're fine. In a magic trick, if you don't fool people, you've got nothing left.
Right.
Nothing at all. People don't
shit.
go, man, it was so close to fooling me. It almost.
They did come close, yeah.
I almost had no idea. I mean, there is no such thing as close. There's no such thing as okay. There is just build a statue, stone them. There's nothing in between.
Right.
With that said, what was your biggest bomb? Have you ever told it? But what was the biggest one? I mean, you got the personality, though. You could pull it off.
There was a bit we did that we worked really hard on, and it was a great bit. Teller and I stripped naked. Once you've got middle-aged fat guys naked, you've got a great bit. But the idea was that we would have that magicians always have something up their sleeve, so we would take off our shirts. And then say, but we still have sleeves up here, take off our T-shirts. We could have hidden something in our shoes, take off our shoes.
Right.
Could have something in our socks, take off our socks. Could be something hidden in our pants, take off our pants. So now we're both on stage in boxer shorts, and we would get 2 people from the audience, usually an older woman and usually a young guy. We bring them up on stage, and the crew would bring out these translucent little sheets of plastic they would hold, and then we would take off our boxer shorts. Then we would have the guy and the woman from the audience look under our cocks, under our balls, at our asses. And say, yeah, exactly. And the audience could see. I mean, they just did a thing in Vegas about nudity on stage in Vegas, and they have when full frontal nude for women, when topless, and Carol Dota and Jenna Jameson, and then right in the middle, first full frontal nude male on stage in a showroom in Vegas, Penn and Teller.
Congratulations.
Reading that going, who asked them to do this?
Yeah.
Who wanted this?
Do we want to go to this show?
And then we would stand on this platform and play this Penn and Teller music, and we would produce out of our hands, absolutely clean, about 4 liters of blood. And we were wearing, after we got examined, we also, these little T-shirts examined, we put on T-shirts that just hung down to our cockheads, you know, just really short, like Carrie, white T-shirts. We produced about close to a gallon of blood each and poured it over ourselves out of nowhere. Absolutely. And then we would go, it was the end of the show, we would go out to the lobby to sign autographs. We would be there naked in soaked blood T-shirts, and our autographs would be giving palm prints and fingerprints to people in blood. And you can, on eBay, you can buy those. They cost money now.
Funny.
So that was the bit. It was a really good bit. And the magic on it was really difficult because although we were making fun of the fact that you hide things in your clothes, you actually hide things in your clothes. So there's the wall you're coming up against. Right. You're saying to people, you think we're hiding stuff in our clothes? Yeah. We sure like to be, but we're naked. So the whole thing had to be done with this elaborate fucking system on the stage that was a mirror environment that had to conceal a guy who had pumps and all this shit that was handing shit off to us. So we had essentially a vanish of a guy, but you never knew about the guy. So that there were 2 people you saw on stage, but there were actually 3. One was invisible. One had all this pumping equipment, and he's loading it to us, these little things. And we worked on this thing for years. And we spent zillions of dollars on it. And we rehearsed it to within an inch of our lives. I mean, it was kind of like, now, Penn, if you move your left arm 2 inches to the left, you get picked up in the mirror, we see your elbow, it gives the whole thing away.
Wow.
Keep the left hand in, got to touch your side. Your right hand you do all your gestures with. Penn, watch it, because when your hair comes down into your face and you reach up to push it back, you pull your elbow out, we're seeing where the guy is. Through that. You know, there's people rehearsing us. We have people sitting far stage right, far stage left in the balcony. Just guys rehearsing going, nope, saw it. Nope, saw it.
Wow.
Can't do that. All the lighting guys, everything else, everything perfect. And we do this. And we do it for about 2 weeks, and we are killing with it, and it's really great. I get up on the platform one night, you know what I mean? It's an 8-show week. You know, we're in Detroit. 8-show week, man. It's the second show on a Saturday night. My second time being covered with blood that stains my skin, makes everything break out. I'm fucking tired from the night before, because even though I don't drink, I do fuck. So sometimes you get less sleep. The first show went okay. It's the second show. You know, we do a fucking 2-hour show. I've been out there on stage talking. This is the finale. I am in another world. And once I strip all my clothes off and showed the guy my cock and balls and ass, the show's over for me. I'm just going to coast for the rest of it. I know where to keep my elbow. I know when to bring my head up to my hair. I know everything. I'm just thinking about where I'm going to eat. You know, the Denny's is okay, but I wonder if there's a place that's nicer that's still open this time. Well, it's Detroit. Probably the Denny's is the best we're going to do. Well, I'd kind of like a moon over my hammy. No, I had that the other night. Don't they have some sort of scramble? But I like their potatoes. Should I ask for the seasoned potato? That's all that's going through my head. There's nothing, no showbiz going through my head at all. I'm just deeply in Denny's going, better make sure they have decaf, because last time those fuckers, I know they gave me caffeinated coffee. I was up too late. That's why I'm so tired now. I got to sign autographs. Oh, that woman there in the front is pretty attractive. If she comes up and asks for an autograph, maybe she'll ask to see my dick. Would that be fun? Okay, that's all that's going through my head. And I have a prop in my hand, which is a handkerchief that I'm going to turn bright red. And I drop it. Right? I drop it.
Oh.
It falls in a place it's not supposed to fall.
Oh, shit.
And I know that I need that piece of cloth to do the next bit. So some part of my animal brain, the part of my brain that's not at Denny's, the part of my brain that's actually on stage, says, you better pick up that cloth. Except the cloth has fallen behind this $80,000 chamber that we've built that's perfect and the most advanced magic ever. So I say, the music's playing, so I can talk. I'm not even mic'd up. I say to Teller, I dropped the fucking, what do I do? And Teller says, don't worry about it. Now, what Teller means by don't worry about it is we don't need the cloth.
Oh, okay.
Just produce it without the cloth. Just kind of bluff your way through. We'll be fine. Won't make no difference. Don't worry about it. For some reason, don't worry about it means to me, go and pick it up.
Don't worry about it. Pick it up.
So after spending all this time where my elbow is going to be, where my hair is going to be, where the lighting is going to be perfect, I, like a farmer, walk directly behind the hidden compartment, and I disappear.
Oh, no.
So once I walk there, you know exactly what the whole mirror arrangement is. Because Penn's gone to pick this up. He reaches his arm down, the arm vanishes. He bends over, the whole head vanishes. And you see the whole outline of the whole thing. You can see everything. You know exactly where the whole thing is, and the whole trick's being done. And I go, oh. I pick it up and stand back up, and the guy in the box, who is in this really uncomfortable claustrophobic position, pumping out blood, working his fucking ass off, goes, why the fuck should I do anything when I'm working with a retard? You're the stupidest motherfucker on the planet. You're the stupidest motherfucker. Are you going to keep going? Should I even bother? Want me to join you on stage? Of course, nothing's mic'd and the music's playing. That's so funny. He's not saying to the audience, but he's saying to us, why don't I just come out for a bow? How about that, Penn? Open the compartment and show me. You stupid motherfucker. And Teller's sitting there going, We're going to keep going with the bit? You want to keep going, or we just stand here now? What do you want to do? And I'm going to just kind of keep going. And then it turns into this pause, a few more tricks go by, and I go, you said don't worry about it. So I didn't say don't worry about the trick. I said don't worry about the fucking handkerchief. So yes, things can go terribly.
How did the audience handle it?
Horribly wrong. The audience thought, did they really take their clothes off? Were they really naked before?
Exactly.
One other thing, you mentioned mirrors. A lot of you guys use a lot of fucking mirrors, right? Mm-hmm. And a guy in his feedback, good question. When you're taking pictures.
In the audience?
Yeah, from the audience. Why isn't that fucking up the mirrors? You know what I mean?
You have to be real careful.
But you've even figured that shit out.
Yeah. You the angles are the same. You know, the way a 45-degree angle mirror works in magic. This is the simple thing. Is you're looking. Let's take the simplest one, which we would never use. But you've got a table on stage. Okay. Now you've got curtains behind it and curtains on either side. Okay, so picture that. Now, I put a 45-degree angle mirror with the corner facing you. That's why magic tables always have a leg in the middle. No other table in the world has a leg in the middle. But you've got to cover the seam. You got to cover the seam. That's where the seam of the mirror is. Because if you don't put it there, you see so they put we won't use one of those tables. Right. His teller always says, as soon as I see a table with a leg in the middle anywhere outside of a magic show, believe me, we'll use it. But I've never seen one. So you put that there. And now what happens is you're looking, right? And you look past the leg,
gotcha.
And you think you see the curtain behind, and you're really seeing the curtain to the side. That's all that's happening. So now you can put anything under that table you want, and you can't see it because you're actually seeing the sides. Now, if you're in the audience taking a picture, okay, and you're not using a flash, which people don't usually do in a show.
No flash photography,
but it doesn't really matter because your flash is only going to go 10 feet, and no one's that close.
Right.
You take a flash, you take a picture, it's the same. Gotcha. It's the same angle exactly as your eye line. Yeah. And we've checked all the eye lines.
The angle is.
But if you ever wonder, if you ever see a table on stage that has a leg in the middle, you say 45-degree angle mirror. And if you want to be really cool about it, you don't just say 45-degree angle mirror. You say 45-degree angle mirror. Why is your table got a leg in the middle? I've never seen one of those before, ever, anywhere in the world. It's only in magic shows. The legs probably got something to do with a fucking trick. I'm supposed to go do another show.
Yeah, I know. We just got the word, unfortunately.
This was great.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
So great.
Always.
What's my book called?
Fuck, I had it on my phone.
That's what it's called. Penn Jilette, fuck, I had it on my phone.
God fucking sucks.
I got it. No, it's just that it's a long...
Atheist?
God knows, signs you may already be an atheist and other magical tales.
Penn Jilette, Simon & Schuster.
I read the first half, and I'm loving it. This guy's, as you
Penn's
know, a great storyteller.
Great storyteller.
So great.
Can't wait for the second half of the book.
Thanks so much for coming in, Penn.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Here.
You're the best.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll finish up with Tom Papa. Stay there.
Wait.